live. Today I have the honor of interviewing Born Unique, an underground legend. The Virginia-born MC has been putting in work for years. He recently just performed at the Charged Up Fest. We're going to talk to him about his performance, some recent collaborations that he had, and what he's planning on coming on next. Let's go ahead and bring him in.
Let's go. Called Twist in the Back. Hi, what's up, Cristopolis? How you doing, my G?
My bro, an honor to have you on the Cristopolis show. I appreciate you so much. You know,
Appreciate you.
I have a lot of cats on here, and there's not that many MCs that get so much respect from his peers. You know, I can see the likes, I can see like the eyeballs. You know what I'm saying?
Story.
So
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
Shout out to everybody that's tuned in and tapped in, man. Appreciate y'all, man, for real, man.
My bro. Hey, jumping right into it. You had a performance this weekend that just passed. It's the first time that you've blessed a mic on stage in a little bit. Talk to us about that show and that experience.
Yeah, first off, I don't know if you're familiar, but it's a pioneer from Richmond, Charged Up Noah. Yeah. He's got a lot of motion in the city. I've known him for, I think I met Noah, and everybody follow Charged Up Noah too, if you're not already. You know what I'm saying? He's doing wonderful things for the city. I've known him for early 2000s, you know what I'm saying? And he put together a 4-day festival called Charged Up Fest, which had everything from community topics to meet with label execs, DJs, a lot of video guys were there, just politicking, and yeah, we performed at the Producers Cup, which had a couple performances from MCs and some beat makers, and Large Professor was there as well. Did a dope set, you know what I mean? So it was dope. It was real dope. It's been some years since I've rocked the stage. So yeah, it was definitely surreal to rock in Richmond, because I got a lot of history in Richmond, and just the event, the cause behind it was so pure too, that it was just like it was a good time, man. Shout out to everybody that came through. And yeah, it's up. I'm looking forward to next year. Everything went well. There was no violence. A lot of community activists were there. The city got in, you know, behind them as well. You know, and like I say, he's a community man down there, and he put together a wonderful event, man. And it was dope, man.
That's dope. I'm glad there was no violence. Sounds like an amazing event.
Yes.
You know, as a supporter and as a fan of your music, I'm glad to see you on stage. Now that you kind of, because you got to prepare for a show, right? Like, what am I going to perform? Make sure that the lyrics are in the memory. Got to have that memory muscle. Now that you kind of did that and we're on the stage and got the feeling of the crowd, do you look forward to performing again in the near future?
Definitely. It was great to be back on stage. Something I missed. You know, just not being active, and yeah. I guess the next time I'm performing is when is it, Twist?
27th June.
June 27th at a record shop in Springfield, Records and Rarities, or Records and Rarities, Man Bites Dogs store.
Yeah.
And it's a release party, and yeah, we're gonna go out there with some merch and do a little performance again, man, and connect with the people, man.
That's dope. That's dope, man. Makes me want to be back on the East Coast. I know all about Records and Rarities, and that sounds like I can already imagine some of the players that are gonna be in the venue and you know, showing skills.
Yeah. So you from the DMV, right?
Man, I've seen you perform, you know, back in the day, back in you know, up on U Street for sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm a DMV cat. I'm just out here. I'm out here West Coasting it.
How's West Coast treating you?
You know, bro, it's a whole different wave, man.
Yeah.
It's treating me really well, actually. There's nothing but love. It's good people out here, but it's like, you know how like how there's like metric and empirical systems, right? But it's the same outcome, but like they're completely different systems.
Right. I get
it's like that. It's a whole other wave out here. You come out here with that East Coast, and there's a couple of things you got to learn. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. I hope to get out there soon. I got some peoples out there. Shout out Bugsy Nino, Supreme, Cerebral. You know what I'm saying? I definitely want to go out there and link with him. And my man XP is out there.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to touch grounds out there. I've never been west, man. So I'm due up, but it's coming soon. Trust it.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. But like Dr. Dre says, don't let the palm trees fool you.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So, like,
no doubt.
But people are good. You just got to move right. The neighborhoods, knowing where to go, and all that stuff's important to know.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
A little different politics out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, we gonna be with good people and everything else when I go out there. So yeah, love's gonna be love, man.
Yeah, bro. And I'm gonna give you my math. I'm gonna make sure that I'm downtown. So it's really big too. It's really it's like the whole DMV, but in one city.
Right. Yeah. I heard. I know.
It's like
Maryland,
DC, and Northern Virginia if it were one city.
Dope. That's dope, man.
Yeah, it's massive. LA County is the biggest county in the United States.
Yeah. So hopefully you can book me for a show out there.
Hey,
man.
Let's do it. Let's make it happen. I know some cats. You know.
Let's get it.
Yeah. So this is a good segue. You just did a track with XP the Marxman, Terremoto. You had another joint that you just dropped with J Royale. Are we going to see a Grimelords or a Born Unique actual album soon? Because I see the pen is working, the mic is working, you're on stages.
I'm definitely back active in the Grimelords too. It's untitled at the moment, but it's basically all together. We got to do some mixing and maybe add a track or two to it, but that's definitely going to be the next push. We're about to release a single featuring Supreme Cerebral, and then we're following that up with a single with Spit Gemz, you know what I'm saying, as well. So that's going to be the next immediate action from us, the Grimelords. Those two singles are probably going to take us to, and this album should be done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, that's dope. Just the featurings, right? That sounds like it's going to be really incredible tracks. Who are they produced by? Are they produced by Pete Twist?
Yeah, the Grimelords is always going to be produced strictly entirely by Pete Twist. I'm also working on another project called Pornography, which Twist has a couple tracks on there. There's a couple other tracks from various artists. Producers featuring other artists too on it. Shout out DJ Hurricane. You know, he got a dope joint on there. D Hug Made It got a joint. Who else we got on there? And Twizzy got a couple on there. And there's a few more I'm gonna record on that. It's a more personal album for me. It's still me, but some of the music is a little different.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm also working on a project with SoCal, DJ SoCal from out y'all way, on the West Coast. We got a couple tracks already done. And also my Aki Jules Polar, he's been sending me things too. So yeah, it's a lot of music coming this year from me, man. I'm back in a good space. I'm having fun at this again. And yeah, man, we're gonna shake it up and do what it do, man.
That's dope. Yeah, man, all of those projects sound really exciting. I want to make sure while we're on subject that we give a shout out to Pete Twist, Grimelords, incredible. You know, I spent much of yesterday and today listening to that album. What a spectacular album. I think that your supporters, your fans are going to be really excited about the next Grimelords project, specifically that sound. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we definitely got a good response when we dropped it. We got a lot of love. Yeah, man. Speaking of that album, and I saw you put Daniel's son at the little intro. I actually got to meet Daniel's son this past weekend. He was at the Charge Up Fest as well. So it was dope to finally meet him in person.
Yeah.
And yeah, we had a blast down there, man. Shout out Daniel's son, man.
Yeah, I saw I'm over here like just, you know how internet's cool in one sense because you kind of like get some of the information. But I saw the whole umbrella was out there.
Yeah.
Saw you out there.
Shout out to Snotty. Shout out to Pro. You know what I'm saying? I see my man Jay the Jeweler. You know what I'm saying? He on the live right now. What's up, baby? Bob Styles was out there. Who else was there, man?
Richmond was popping.
It was dope, man. It was real dope, man. Like I said, Noah put together something wonderful, man. It was like, shout out to him, man, because, you know, it's hard enough, you know what I'm saying, juggling this just the music alone when you're dealing with life and you got children and, you know, you got other shit going on. And this dude, you know what I mean, he's amazing, man. He's an alien. He fucking, I don't know how he did it. He got a wonderful team too, man, and it came together and the shit was dope, man.
Yeah.
The shit was fucking dope.
Especially when there's like, you know, the city's involved and it goes off smoothly. Those things aren't all the talent.
Yeah. Nah, it was, like I said, it was dope, man.
He got Born Unique back out there.
He definitely did, man. He definitely did, and I appreciate the opportunity. And just grateful to you know, that people are still giving me love after you know, years, because, you know, throughout the little career with my music, you know, I've been away, I've been here, I've been there, I've been involved in other shit. I have other shit going on, and, you know, I really haven't probably produced as much music as I should have or could have. You know what I mean? So I'm in a good space now, and music's definitely helping me transition from a lot of negative shit I got away from, and I'm focused again, man. I'm feeling good, man, and yeah, man, we're gonna shake it up, man. Shout out to anybody and everybody that shares songs, gives likes, buys merch, all of that, man. Like, we really appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Like, really, man. You know what I mean? Because without y'all, you know, this shit don't work for us. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So,
you need ears for the music. For the next project's gonna be the Grimelords.
Definitely, yeah. That's the next push. Like I said, we got 2 singles. We already got planned, and we're getting a strategy together now on how we're gonna drop them. We're gonna do a little something a little different. We're not gonna go straight to DSPs.
Yeah.
You know, that'll come later. We're gonna definitely utilize Bandcamp like we have in the past, and definitely make it the music more tangible with merch items that go along with songs, even the singles. And that's how we're gonna concentrate on selling our music. You know, with certain merch items, and you know, it's for the people that want to support. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, I'm not mad at you. You know what I'm saying? We don't do it for y'all no way. You know what I'm saying? We do it for the ones that want what we do, and we appreciate it. So we gonna, you know what I'm saying, continue to give them something nice. You know what I mean? Yeah, word.
Yeah, and that's really interesting because you've been in hip hop for decades at this point. You know, and like, you know what I'm saying? And well, we all have, but you love hip hop, and you've done hip hop, you know, through high school and your 20s, and at a very high level, and you've watched, you know, the game change from college radio to right to the mixtape era, right?
Yeah, and for those that don't know, like, you know, that was in that time period, like, you know, that's where I solidified a lot of my fan base, because independently, like, we were ahead of the game of you know, plugging into those resources. Shout out DJ Re-Rock. You know, he was monumental early on in shit, everything, for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got me plugged in overseas with the Snow Goons, and even with the Snow Goons, like, you know, that fan base just followed over the years. And like I said, I haven't even put out that much music, you know what I'm saying, really, if you look at it for the time, but still to get love from the projects that I have put out, you know what I'm saying, it's just, it's dope, man, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't even put words on it, like, it's dope, you know what I mean? Word.
Yeah. You're, it's like, you know, like hip hop, underground hip hop is like, it's underground, you know what I'm saying? It's not the mainstream.
Right.
But you're like an underground MC within the underground hip hop. It's like cats got to dig and find and know about it, and they heard you on this, and they're like, oh, he got a whole discography. Now, I'm from the DMV. I happen to know. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
but like, but in preparation for this, like, I went looking for, like, and I had to, like, I couldn't just go to Spotify. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't, I had to dig. And I was like, where's Heathen Season? Oh, it's on this Bandcamp. Where's you know what I'm saying? Like, where's the Red Devil Chronicles? It's over
here. Even with that, like, you know, throughout the years, you know what I'm saying, just not being organized that it's, you know, because you got to look for it. I got a couple different band camps with different projects, and it's not like I don't have one hub, and I need to get on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anybody out there that's good with the tech shit, man, I might need some help from y'all, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I ain't got time to be doing all this shit myself, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's a right way to do it. You're like, look, I know where everything is right now. If I'm gonna do a whole new rollout, I want to do it right. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have the right people around you to do that.
Yeah. Facts. The teamwork, man. You know what they say: teamwork make the dream work, and that's big facts.
Yeah.
Like you can't do this by yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Good. Like, I mean, shout out. I know some people that do a whole lot by themselves, though, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Yeah, me, I'm gonna get a little help, man.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because
I hear you, bro.
I got a lot of shit going on.
I can use some help too. I know what you mean. But there's one album I couldn't find, and you know, I think that it's a good kind of like, it shows how deep your catalog goes. There's an OK Kid Entertainment record that's early. That's Fuck You Pay Me.
Woo!
Yeah. And I think that, you know, if you could share some about that, you know, that earlier project, it allows for people who don't know to understand how deep your roots and discography go. Yeah, right?
That was like that was probably like early 2000s in the mixtape era, and you know, Re-Rock was a DJ, and he, you know, that's how he got his start doing mixtapes. And I met him in Richmond. He had a record store called Lion Paul. It was on Gray Street, and that's where I first met him. And you know, he used to, I would freestyle or whatever, go in there. You know what I'm saying? I had peoples in Richmond, so I was always shaking and moving down there doing other shit.
Yeah.
And you know, I locked in with him, and yeah, we put together that mixtape, and that shit still rocks to this day. Shout out my man Dirty P. He hit me the other day with a picture of a CD book, and he got all the. I don't even have a lot of the music anymore, but
yeah,
I'm gonna get it from my man P. Fuck You Pay Me was crazy.
What's the one? Howard Homecoming.
Then we did the two back to back. We did the joint called Halloween Havoc, Howard Homecoming. When we was out there, you know, Howard Homecoming used to be jumping, so we was out there promoting. And then we did the Support My Habit. Yeah, man, those three mixtapes right there are crazy. You know what I'm saying? I got some of the songs, you know what I'm saying, still that I can find, and when I listen to them, I'm like, you know, not to toot my own horn and all that shit, but yeah, we were ahead of the game early on the independent releases, you know what I'm saying, and that helped, like I said, solidify like me to this day. Like, I don't really have that much music for the fan base to still lock in, and those that know me from that era till now is crazy. I've gained a lot of new ones along the way, but like, that's crazy you said that, man. Shout out to you for even knowing about that one, man.
Man, nah, and you know, I always, you know, when I interview somebody, it's because it's important to me. They're important to me. Your stories.
Yeah, you do your research, man. Yeah. That's what I like about you, man. Like, and it was dope. Like when I was over here with Twist, and we were just looking at the little intro and shit. We were like, oh shit, he put Heathen Season on there and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I appreciate you, bro. And I want to make sure that I always honor people's career. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your work. You know, and we get this little slice of time right now together, and I always want to make sure that I'm, you know, taking your gifts and your art and your craft and everything that you've done and doing the best I can. You know what I'm saying? To honor that. I wanted to
shout out to you, man.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, shout out to you, man. I've been tuned in. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's dope, man.
Appreciate
we love what you do, because it takes, you know, it takes, you know, guys like you. It takes DJs. It takes graph writers. It takes, you know, everybody just can't rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need everybody together to make this shit, you know, push the culture forward, man. So we salute guys like you. You know what I'm saying? To the deathbed, for real, man.
That,
we respect you and appreciate you. You know what I mean?
That, man. Yeah, that's good. So, you know, kind of moving through the discography, right? Holiday Hyena. First of all, the Hyena laugh make me laugh every time. That's just genius. How did the whole? Because now you got the Hyena packs, you got the Hyena breath.
Yeah, yeah,
Tell
yeah,
us the
yeah.
origin story of the Hyena.
The Holiday Hyena shit started. I think that was like 2019 release or maybe 18. Shout out my man God Bless Beats.
Yeah.
He produced that entire album, and the concept between Holiday Hyena was basically a celebration. Because you know hyenas, they roll together. You know what I'm saying? They eat together, they kill together. You know what I'm saying? They might get killed together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Holiday Hyena was really just a phrase I coined to celebrate, you know what I'm saying, those that are in your circle that are really down for you, you know, through thick and thin,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, eat together, you know what I'm saying, kill together, hunt together, you know what I'm saying, laugh together, you know what I'm saying, and yeah, the laugh is so cynical. I always rock with hyenas, you know what I'm saying, just because they so like cynical, you know what I'm saying, and you know, they remind me of myself a lot of ways, you know what I mean. So fast forward on, yeah, you know the marijuana game has changed in Virginia, which is a wonderful thing now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which I never thought it would be like it is. You know what I
Growing
mean?
up, man, you had to be like, smoking in the car, hiding
Right.
out, have the little spots.
Facts. So yeah, especially if you know if you from the area, you definitely appreciate it now. And yeah, man, it's so you know I've been blessed to I don't want to say too much, but you know, the growing, you know, you're allowed to grow and everything else now. And how the hyena breath, man, it just it because I didn't really get to promote the Holiday Hyena album like I wanted to because I had got locked up. You know what I'm saying? Right in kind of in the middle of that. So it was a way for
Did it
me.
come out and then you got locked up, or were
Yeah,
you
nah, it
locked
had
up and
came
then it
out.
came out?
Yeah, it had came out, and I was pushing, and you know, we dropped the little singles, and I had the merch, and I was selling shit, and the CDs and all that shit, and shout out to everybody that still buy
Yeah.
CDs too. You know what I mean? That's crazy. We love y'all. So this was a way for me to kind of recreate and bring buzz and light back to that project.
Yeah.
And also it was a dope concept for the breath, man, because you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
it's gas packed. It's gas packed. Fuck with me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And look, let me say this, nothing's for sale, you know what I'm
Nothing's for
saying?
sale.
Because it's still illegal in Virginia. You hear me? So you got 3 ways in Virginia that you can get weed. You could get the your little membership and go to the dispensary, but you're gonna pay overpriced shit, you know what I'm saying? You can be gifted from another you know what I'm saying, responsible adult to adult. And that's what I'm doing. I'm giving this shit away out here, man. Changing my frequency, my vibration, and just you know, a hustle's a hustle, but this is a little something different. It's positive, and like I said, I'm just showing love out here. Nothing's for sale, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? For all you fuck ass detectives watching and all that other shit, you know what I mean?
Make that clear. Nothing's
Yeah,
for sale.
yeah. But yeah, it's good, man. Like, you know, I spent a lot of my years, you know, not always doing the right shit,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying? And in turn, that you know, I helped poison a lot of people, and you know, I even poisoned myself. You know what I'm saying, throughout the years. You know what I'm saying. So, like I said, I went through a lot of soul searching and a lot of situations here within the last 9 months or whatever. I've been clean now for 8 months. You know what I'm saying? Strictly all herbals now. And just moving, man, at a different speed and a different pace. And I found my peace. You know what I'm saying? That I've been lacking for a long time, and it just feels good to you know, have something positive to you know, to help some of my friends get off these hard
Yeah.
drugs. You know what I'm saying? Because these marijuana strains, man, you just got to find the right strain, man. If you like to be up, we got something for that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? If you just like to be, I got something
Yeah,
for
we
that.
got it all.
You know what I mean? If you want to be, you know, if you want to be in the couch, I got something for that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it's just, you know what I'm saying? God damn, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the shamans that bless the plants
Yeah.
too, man. You know what I'm saying? This shit is righteous, man. This shit is definitely righteous. Fuck with me.
That's
You know
beautiful,
what
man.
I mean?
Yeah, and thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing that. There are people that in across the nation, and in every color, every economic demographic, every state. You know, there's been a epidemic of opioids and all
Right.
sorts of things that the companies that produce them, they're not really held accountable. You know what I'm saying? They
Oh
go
yeah,
and
it's.
it's
I
big
mean, come on,
business.
come on, man. You hip. You already know
Yeah,
what's going on, and it is crazy. And you know, along my journey, I took place in a lot of things that I'm not real proud of. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It is what it is. I ain't knocking nobody for doing what they do. Get it how you get it.
yeah,
Me, I changed up, man, and since I changed my thinking and my vibrations is definitely on a higher plane, and I'm like I said, I found my peace, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't had this peace that I have right now, and I can't even remember. You know what I'm saying? Maybe when I was a kid, man, because I was always going through shit. You know what I'm saying, up here and just going through it, man. So yeah, man. Shout out to breath, man. If you
yeah,
smoke the breath and you say it ain't that, you's a goddamn lie.
yeah,
You's a
yeah.
lie if you say the breath ain't that.
So,
Facts, man.
creatively talking about your creative process, right? Do you smoke normally when you create, when you write, and if so, what kind of strains are good for you?
I, you know, I'm an uppy type of guy. You know what I mean? I definitely like the sativas, and the sativas I got are definitely a very stimulating, creative type of pack. You know what I mean? So yeah, I do them all though. You know what I'm saying? But different moods, but definitely in the studio, and creating the sativas work for
Yeah,
me, man. Because you know what I mean.
it's the
It
brain.
keeps me motivated. Yeah, it keeps me motivated. Thoughts is going. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so I prefer the sativa pack when I'm creating. Definitely.
Yeah, that's good. And then for the people that are less knowledgeable, right? There's sativas, indicas, and do you also have hybrids? And what's the difference?
The sativas is like I said. It's for me. It's more of a creative high. You know what I'm saying? It's a thought stimulating high. Um, and yeah, keep you be up. You know what I'm saying? You're on the move. You got shit you got to do or accomplish. I mean, for me personally, that works for me. Now everybody's different. You know what I mean? The hybrids are usually in the middle. But we definitely got sativa dominant hybrids. We got indica dominant hybrids,
Mm-hmm.
and then we got that indica that you know what I mean. Is
In the
yeah,
couch.
just oh man.
Yeah,
And that's more like the more soothing strains like muscle pain and
yeah,
just more relaxing, you know what I mean, shit like that. So if that's what you into too, check them out, man. You know what I
that's
mean? If you see
dope.
me, holler at me. You know what I mean?
That's dope. That's dope. Moving to some other merch that you got. There was on your Instagram, I saw some new Grimelords merch that you guys are preparing,
Right.
right? It was the Grimelords Godly Garments.
Yes,
And
sir.
we're from the era, so the love's different.
Yeah.
And there's a beautiful caption that you wrote, and I'm not sure if it's gonna actually be on the merch, but you
Yeah.
said, "We all have good and bad in us all. Grime lords are angels and demons. Knowing this internal battle, we strive for the good to victor over the bad." Right?
Right.
Can you talk to us about that? Can you expand on that? Because I thought that was really beautiful. Because a lot of times people don't,
Thank you,
they
brother.
want to be
Thank you.
hard or they want to be righteous. They don't ever acknowledge that we're really a dichotomy, right? And
Fact.
it's what you feed, right?
I mean, one thing about me, I've always been an open book. Those who've been following me, they've seen it. You know what I'm saying? They've seen me going through it. You know what I mean? They knew when I was greasy. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, to me, that's what this whole, you know, God is to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the we have the God and devil in us, man.
Mm,
We got good and bad in us, and it's all about striving to. You know what I mean? But you still got to have some of that bad in you. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Um, and if, oh man, um, without the bad, there's no, you got to have both
Yeah.
sides. You understand what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
So I've definitely had my share of the bad controlling, you know what I'm saying, my movements, shit I got into, shit I done to people, shit, you know, all that type of shit. And yeah, man, it's all about, you know, striving to have Christ consciousness, you know what I'm saying? And that's what we on. And that's basically what the Grimelords, you know what I'm saying, breaks down to, you know what I'm saying? It's more than just the name. Of course, we make the grimy music or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, we consider ourselves the lords of that because we've always done that. You know what I'm saying? We've never switched up. You know what I'm saying?
That's why your music is timeless. That's why I could go through your discography and pull out something from 2016,
right.
2012, and they join bumps right now.
Right, because this lane, you know, within the last couple of years definitely thrived, you know what I'm saying, and it became more of a thing again. But when it wasn't, you know what I'm saying, when the whole shit changed, we ain't never changed, you know what I'm saying? And we were feeding people that still wanted that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they was tapped into us and the ones that wanted what we did, you know what I'm saying, we fed them, you know what I mean? And yeah, that's why we was talking about the "Fuck You Pay Me" mixtape. Like when I was listening to it, I'm like, this shit's, you know,
I mean, still knocks right now.
Right, because we never tried to make this music. That's just, you know, we products of how what we was raised on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we come from that era, and that's the era I'm talking about. That's why the love's different. You know what I'm saying? The love we have for this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's you know, it's different because we're not just, you know, we're not just trying to make this to do this or follow the format to so we are successful with this music shit. I give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get it how I get it, you know what I'm saying? The music is just like you know,
you're an artist.
It's my creative release. So so everybody that's tapped into that and appreciates it, like that's what I'm saying. The love is different. We really love y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's dope, man. Like, word, man. I'm glad you brought that up. That's crazy, you know what I'm saying, that you read and got with, and that's what I wanted to deliver, you know what I'm saying? And you got the message, man.
No,
you know
it's a beautiful message, and thank you for sharing everything that you're sharing. It's, you know, if you don't have, like, so for instance, like if a man's not into like women, then you don't really get the same credit for being faithful to your girl. You're not even into girls. You know what I'm saying? So when people have struggles and they overcome them, that's a powerful thing. That's when you're actually battling demons and tapping into your higher self. And we all have things we struggle with. You know what I'm saying? So, and acknowledging it is a big part in overcoming and becoming the person that you want to be, that you know you can be.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and everybody got to go through it, how they go through it. Some get it early, you know what I'm saying? Some people never get it. Sometimes it takes people like myself a long time to get it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you know, you gotta, you know, you can front for whoever, but when you front on yourself, that's when you got to check yourself, and you got to be real with yourself, man. And you know what I'm saying? That's what peace is about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what peace is about right there, man. You know what I mean? You got to address your demons and you know, loved ones and family and friends, they can try to help you along the way, but until you hit your rock bottom or whatever, or you ready, man, like no one's gonna save you, man. You gotta save yourself. And I'm fortunate that I had the opportunity to try and save myself again and again and again and again.
Yeah.
And then finally still wanted that bad. Did you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, I pulled myself about that water. You hear me?
That's dope, man. I love it. I saw the quote and I was showing it to my girl the other day, and it said, the quote said, you know, we just moved cross country. I've gone through my own personal drama and struggle as a person trying to make it. And I showed my girl this quote, and it said, if you ain't been up and gone all the way down to zero and gone back up again, we ain't the same. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That really resounded with me. Cause you know what I'm saying? A lot of people, you get a break, you know, you do this, you do that, and you're okay. But if you ain't gone all the way down to zero and gone all the way back up again, that takes a whole other type of part of you, right? That's like
Yeah,
the Rocky
man.
movies. You know what I'm saying? That takes a whole other part of you.
Yeah, definitely. And like I said, like, you know, sometimes you hit rock bottom a lot of times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know until that spark goes off and you just, you know what I mean? Oh man. Yeah. Shout out to anybody that's going through shit internally. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I wish y'all the best, man. And like I said, you know, you gotta save yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta save yourself. You know what I mean? Right.
That's good, bro. You got the new Grimelords album dropping. Is it looking like it's gonna be a summer album?
That depends on my partner Twist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We don't want to
my,
rush it, right? But the people are
my
hungry.
My job is pretty much all done. I might have a verse or two, but yeah, we gotta get Twizzy. So yeah, everybody on the gram, you fuck with Twist. Make sure make sure you send that man a message like, yeah, get that shit together. But now like I said, it's basically all done, man. It's just some tweaks, some mixing, and of course art layout. Speaking of the t-shirts, you know, shout out my man Gouch. He's a graffiti artist from Brooklyn. He designed the t-shirts. And he did the Wimbledon Dons whole layout and cover. He also did the Red Devil Chronicles with Lucky Lupiano. Lucky, what up? He did that. That was Lucky's man. Lucky's from Brooklyn as well. And when it was time for needing artwork, that was his homie. So we kept the relationship with Gouch, and we definitely gonna be working with Gouch on designs for a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit coming, man. Yeah. You hear that, Gouch? We got a lot of work for you coming, Gouch.
That's dope. You know? That's dope. Get that dope merch. I saw Gouch's Instagram. He's incredibly talented. He makes all sorts of cool physical merch and limited run things. I love where hip hop is right now, man. Yeah, I love the limited run merchandise. Man. It's beautiful. We're in a beautiful era right now.
Yeah, and I think all that shit stems back from, you know, especially ones that was really from the era, like, you know, that's why I love is different. Like I might have said this before somewhere, but you know, nowadays, like you just look on your phone and you can do whatever to find music or hear music.
Yeah.
You know, and from our era, you know what I'm saying, we had to physically plan to go first off. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Whether you were driving or you caught a bus or you had to get a ride or get dropped off or skip school or whatever it was when these projects came out, you had to physically go there. You know what I'm saying? Then you had to touch it. You had to look for it. You had to touch it. Yeah. So right then and there, it's like it's already a different bond. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or at least it was for me, and I'm sure that's what it was from a lot of people from that era. And then it was just, you know what I'm saying? You know, then you had to take it. You had to unwrap it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then the booklets and all that shit was art. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because you saw a lot of shit in them books and them covers that you know what I'm saying?
That's the only place you saw it.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Because you was limited just to, you know, there was a few magazines and then you had a couple, you know, video shows. But yeah, that was, so it made it more intimate, like a connection with me for the music. And that's why this merch shit be jumping, man. And because, you know, people appreciate it, man. And it takes you back to that era, you know what I'm saying, when you had to touch it. So it's like, to me, that's a whole different connection right there. You know what I'm saying? Because you exchanging energies with the music physically, just through touch. You know what I'm saying? And then you're using all your senses. You know what I mean?
That's dope.
You're using all your senses. You know what I'm saying? I can still smell what the record stores used to smell like. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you using all your senses, like you're using all your senses, and the connection there is it's just different, man. You know what I'm saying? It's more organic. So yeah, we from the era, so the love's different. That's what that whole little model's about. You know what I mean?
That's dope, man. That's dope. There was a couple of questions that came in from fans.
Dope.
Yeah, Just 100 asked. It's a fashion question. So, what's your connection to polo and low life?
me personally, I'm not a low life. I mean, I'm sure if I wanted to, I could be. I know a lot of low lifes. You know what I'm saying? My connection to polo stems from the DMV. Early on, DC was at least that's where I would see polo at first. You know what I'm saying? And in the DMV in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? The polo, that's what we did. You know what I'm saying? The low life took it to a whole different level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now I'm a low head, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Just because I don't want to do no false flagging. You know what I'm saying? I've never, no one's actually, you know what I'm saying, knighted me into the low life or whatever, but I definitely rock with the low, you know what I'm saying? And I love the story, you know what I'm saying? And they would, and just like that, even, you know, I'm seeing it in my area. Excuse me. I said area, excuse me. I'm seeing it where I'm at, but it was brought from, you know what I'm saying, from the low lives, you know what I'm saying, all the hustlers in DC, you know what I'm saying, seeing the New York cats are going up top to do what they was doing and then seeing how they was rocking it, and they brought it down here. So the DMV always had a polo connection, and yeah, we did the polo, you know what I mean? Definitely. Still do the polo, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I really with that.
It's a timeless fashion, you know what I'm saying? That shit don't ever get played out. You know what I'm saying? You can always put a nice little piece on it. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be fly. You know what I'm saying? There's so many combinations. You know what I'm saying? You might have a piece you had for a couple years and then something else dropping. You like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's to me, polo is, or even just putting outfits together, I always express myself through fashion. You know what I'm saying? Just because of creativeness in it. You know what I'm saying? Some people get it, some people don't. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't knocking nobody, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was bigger than just the clothes. It was the combinations, you know what I'm saying? The throwing the shit together, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit. Love that shit. We from the era, so the love's different. But shout out all the low lives out there, man.
Shout out to the low lives. I'm a low head too. I relate to that too. I'm non-affiliated. Right? I'm non-affiliated, but
that's like, you know, that's like I got a lot of dudes that be banging and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm cool with them, but I'm not gonna say I'm you know what I'm saying, just because I know them or I be with them or whatever else, you know what I'm saying? So it's the same to me, it's the same thing with the polo, you know what I'm saying? Just because you rock a piece of polo don't make you low life, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean, it's a state of mind, it's a lot of unity I see within the community. And yeah, it just goes with the hip hop shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, that shit's crazy. We could do a whole
episode on just that.
Yeah. Shout out all the low lives out there, man.
Another question from Pierre Stallings. Is there a verse or a song that you had difficulty writing but felt accomplished when you completed it? Something that stands out that
nothing really stands out like an exact song. But there's been some features, you know what I'm saying, which is business. But at times where, you know what I'm saying, I might not really be into the beat, and I'm funny with beats. So not that it made it difficult, but sometimes I'm like, I might be like, you could have gave him a little something nicer, and it's nothing against the MCs or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But just with me personally, the music dictates my bars, you know what I'm saying? So to answer that question in that sense, I guess if that answers that, but I can't really recall like a you know what I mean? Because I don't force nothing. You know what I mean? If it comes to that where I'm and all that, you gonna hear it. You know what I'm saying? Or at least I hear it if I force something. You know what I'm saying? So I like to keep my shit. You know what I'm saying? The beats talk to me, then I talk back. You know what I'm saying? That's how
it inspires the.
Shout out Pierre too.
You're from the era of freestyling. You know what I'm saying? You put on the beat and you go.
Yeah. Freestyle definitely was big into the freestyling. I don't really freestyle no more, but for years, you know, I had mastered that craft in the little battles, and and all that. And two, like even with that, you know, I was polished before I even got into a studio, because the dynamics was different. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't getting nice by recording. Like some people might have been in the studio in them eras. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it was few and far that had studios or was going to studios, because them shits was crazy bread back then too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like the hip hop, it wasn't even about recording in that time. You know what I'm saying? It was just about being that fucking, that hyena, that bear. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why I captured early on. That's why a lot of my shit is intense. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm live. You know what I'm saying? I get cranked up. You know what I'm saying? Because it was in that time. You know what I'm saying? Your presence was everything in these little battles. You might, you know what I mean? You could have a dope verse, but you know, you got to remember, you traveling around, you meeting people, you running up on parties, and oh yeah, that heard, yeah, they got some dudes and they just spitting on that. So you was sparring, you know what I'm saying? It was like a fight, you know what I'm saying? It was a fight, you know what I mean? Sometimes it was a real fight, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got
You
a lot
at
of
least
fight.
have that energy that they knew that if they try to act some kind of way, they can get it.
Yeah, I done made it.
They can get it.
I done made a lot of motherfuckers mad in my day over that freestyling shit and all that shit. You know what I mean? We used to love that shit, man. You know what I mean?
When you first started out, was it mostly as a battle rapper in the beginning?
Yeah, I guess in a sense you could say that, because there wasn't, we weren't making songs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You wasn't dope. They didn't say you was dope because you killed that verse on the song. You was dope because you smashed. You know what I'm saying? You mowed down, you know, 5, 6, 7 people. You know what I'm saying? You said some crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? So it was, you know, everybody was watching then. You know what I'm saying? You always had somebody around. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was in school, you know what I'm saying? Whether it was at the party, you know what I'm saying, the little clubs, you know what I'm saying, all that type of shit, you know what I mean? Yeah, it was always somebody around. So you had to be, you know, if you had a bad night, it could scar you for a while. You know what I'm saying? If you wasn't on your shit, like, you know what I'm saying, they could scar you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah. You know, you're from I grew up in Falls Church, Virginia.
Okay, yeah. I was just out there yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my old high school, my old stomping grounds, everything. Then I moved to Burke and did some work over at Team Demo Studio and
shout out Team Demo.
Shout out Team Demo. So that's kind of like my geographic, you know. And then later on when I got active, you know, spent more time in the city. You're from Fredericksburg, right?
Yeah,
a little bit closer to Richmond, a little bit closer.
Yeah, I'm right in the middle. I'm right in the middle between DC and Richmond.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, early on, you know, we was route running, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, in my little town, they got a little downtown. There was a couple hip hop parties and shit, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew the competition was people that I didn't know, so that's how I would make my name known too in a lot of places. Like even before, like someone could really hear you, they knew that, you know, they knew me. You know what I'm saying? They knew me from seeing me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're up and down, and then you get to where you're active in New York, doing projects out there, connecting with people out there. Can you talk a little bit about, you know, what it was like coming up in Fredericksburg, where, you know, it has, you know, DC and the DMV and Virginia has always had like an interesting connection with hip hop, right? So much talent has come out of everywhere from, you know, the Tidewater, Hampton Roads region, all the way up into DC, and, you know, and then even going further back into other forms of urban music, soul music, music that ultimately inspired hip hop, right? So coming up in Fredericksburg and becoming, you know, a world renowned. You've got fans in Europe. You could go tour in Europe right now. I think that's what you're planning on doing after Pornography. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely got to get over there. I definitely got to get over there, and there's been opportunities, but most of my opportunities. I was always on parole or probation, or I had court case, you know what I'm saying? So like just not having my shit together, like, you know what I'm saying? It affects everything, not just your music career, but just everything, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I definitely got to touch. I got to go across the pond, man. I got to.
They waiting for you.
Yeah, and I know I love them over there. They show so much love and they appreciate that sound. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, we gonna go over there, man. We definitely got to go over there, man. Anybody over there, man? You hear what I'm talking about? Let's start thinking about. Let's start thinking about the way. You know what I mean? Come on, let's get me over there.
Hey, get it going. So,
Right.
So coming out of Fredericksburg, how did that work? Did you first start going to DC? Did you first start going to Richmond? Did you go up and down? When you bounced over to New York, you kind of like, what level were you at as an MC when you were like, I'm in New York now recording, you know, the Red Devil Chronicles? You know what I'm saying? Like, talk to us about that whole kind of journey as an MC coming out of a spot that's not really known for hip hop like Fredericksburg.
Yeah. I mean, I was definitely road running. You know what I'm saying? I learned early on too, like, and I didn't like plan to do it, but you know, I learned early on that, you know what I'm saying, to spread your wings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, you know, at one time, you know, I'm sure I was the dude in the town. You they're gonna say, but you know, your peers, they're living different lifestyles. You know what I'm saying? They're professionals. They're getting families. Like, so everybody's still not rapping. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even as listeners, unless you was really into hip hop, you know what I'm saying, you might not digest it or be looking for it like it once was. So I learned I had to spread my wings. You know what I'm saying? And that came from just, you know, that's just a hustle. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's go meet some other people. You know what I'm saying? Let's. It's the same concept. You know what I'm saying? It's the same concept. You know, I guess I had a partner, Doja Rays. I don't know. You DMV. You remember Doja Rays?
Yeah.
He had moved to Brooklyn. So when he was up there, I had somebody that I knew personally, so I would start going to the city or whatever. And then I guess that just kind of stemmed from road running once again, like meeting people online and you know, them liking what we doing. And you know, we was going to Pennsylvania, we was going to Philly, we was going to Jersey, Connecticut, Boston. You know what I'm saying? My homeboy had went to Boston College too up there. So like, and I had moved to Rhode Island. I lived in Providence for like early, you know what I'm saying? But I was still doing music then. And even when I was up there, I met people, you know what I'm saying? And it just kind of it grows organically, you know what I'm saying? And that's with anything, you know what I'm saying? But I always had a gift to gab, you know what I'm saying? And you know, people that show me love, I show it back. So a lot of situations occurred from that, and then just being on mixtapes. You know, Re-Rock, like I said, he had like in that era, I was on the K Slade shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I was on fucking shit, all of the mixtapes at the time. You know what I'm saying? And Re-Rock, yeah. I got a record with Doo-Wop too from back then too. I got to see if I can find that. Terminology was on that too. It was me, Terminology. Who else was on that shit? Me, Term. Doo-Wop. Yeah, Doo-Wop rapped on this shit. I got a verse. Yeah, we got a verse for Doo-Wop. Doo-Wop was dope. He was always dope. But yeah, man, the J Love shit. And I had a situation with Domingo early on. You know what I'm saying? That I fucked up. You know what I mean? But
like a producer,
Re-Rock had
like a producer MC arrangement.
Yeah. I was featured. He was sending me beats and I was recording. Him and Re-Rock had some type of shit they did or whatever, and we started getting beats from him, and he was fucking with me. And I think he put me on his album, a couple singles, and there was even a little situation, you know what I mean, that never really blossomed due to me just not having my shit together, and I think I got locked up then too, like and just not, you know, just not really locking in all the way, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it was effortless, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't never really go hard at this shit. You dig what I'm saying?
Totally. You've got that natural talent and grind, image, voice, ability that took you really far. You know, we see it in everything. We see it in sports, boxers, ball players. They have natural gifts. They wind up, you know, having fame, some money, and it kind of takes them off on the wrong path. You had all of that in the rap lane.
Yeah. And for me, like, even with that, like looking back, like I said, I went through a lot of shit with myself, like breaking myself down and really digging deep within. And even then, like I said, you know, it was effortless, and I ain't really back then, you know what I'm saying? Like I think through times, you know what I'm saying, the ego, you know what I mean? I'm a humble motherfucker, but the ego within, you know what I'm saying? You know, and you know what they say, hard work outwork talent when talent don't work hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like at the end of the day, you could be the dopest, you know what I'm saying? But if you're not that motherfucker over there that's decent, but got that drive, but got that heart, he gonna get better, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what you really gotta do, you know what I'm saying? If you really try and make this music shit, you know, your bread and butter, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I got some extra, I definitely got some extras along the way. But like I said, I'm never locked in, and I'm at a point in my life where, you know, it's not even about trying to do this or that, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just create my art, and I'm definitely gonna be more involved, you know what I'm saying, here, you know what I'm saying, because it's my piece again, and it's doing a lot more for me than just dollars, you know what I'm saying? This is just who I am, first off, you know what I'm saying? It's keeping me together, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, like the ego's a wild motherfucker, man.
Yeah, it is, man. This version of Born Unique right now, where you're at, and this mental peace that you have, you may be entering one of your best eras, period. Because you're right.
I like that concept.
Yeah.
I like that concept.
Yeah. So as we start the rap, I just want to ask you about, you know, what your creative process is like. You know, are you know, when you create a song, do you write it down? Do you come off the head? How long does it take you? Are you the type of cat that takes, you know, hours and hours, days and days? Are you more quick with it? What's the creative process like for you when you are working on a song?
My creative process, like I don't really have a set thing. To me, it really stems from the music. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I got a short extent, like I can get distracted easy. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a lot of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? And to me, like the music helps my creative process. Like if it makes me write, I'm gonna give you a quickie. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm into it, but I'm, you know what I'm saying, like the beat grab me, it's go time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's go time. You know.
So when the beat is right, and like you've got the space, the time, you got the peaceful situation where you're in a good creative space where you can create. If the music's knocking, do you normally just knock out the verse right there?
I mean, I'm fortunate enough to live close to Twist. You know what I'm saying? I do all my recording here at the Boiler Room. So I got the freedom to, you know, to kind of come and go as I please. You know what I'm saying? With respect to his schedule as well. But yeah, you know, with me and him, you know what I'm saying? Because I record everything here. You know what I'm saying? But with me and him, yeah, it's mostly on the spot. You know what I'm saying? We vibe out. You know what I'm saying? I love that type of vibe. You know, I record other people's shit here too. You know what I mean? But most of that time, like I've already penned it up. You know what I'm saying? Just out of respect for his time, and just come in and do what I do, and, you know, get out his way. You know what I'm saying? Because his studio's jumping out here in the Berg. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. Let's make sure we plug that studio. So it's the Boiler Room?
Boiler Room, yeah, yes, sir. Follow P Twist. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's, you know, it's people in and out of here all day, man.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. Shout out to Boiler Room.
Yes,
I don't know
sir.
if you guys already said this, but I was about to say that's your partner in rhyme, but that's your partner in grime.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like
So,
that.
and that's a good place to leave it right there. We leave it on a high note. My bro, I'm really excited about the next Grimelords album, Pornography, everything that you're gonna be doing in the next 12 months. It makes me really happy to hear one of the DMV legends active and in a good space. You know, I followed your career for a long time, my bro, and it's really good to see you out there putting out new music.
I appreciate you, man. Love is love, man. We love what you're doing, man. You definitely help push this culture forward, man. And a hip hop, like I said, a hip hop purist influencer, man, in my eyes. And yeah, we need more guys like you, man. So I know you inspiring. Others to be great just like you, and realize, you know, like I said, everybody can't rap or everybody can't make beats. You know what I'm saying? We need all
culture.
Yeah, we need it all. We need it all, man. So we appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me. When the Grimelords project is done, I would love to come back and shoot the shit with you, man, for chopping up, man.
Yeah, that'll be good. We'll do that, my bro. Thank you so much. Salute
Thank
to
you, man.
Salute to P Twist. We'll run it back.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, brother. Love, bro.
All right. Peace.
One. Peace.